Attention all campers. Attention all campers. Go now to your first period activity.
You better watch out for them trees. Come on, wait a minute. Come on. We're going to be first to get the pool. Hey, hurry up. Get at me before anybody else does.
Camp Wewa is geared to the Indian tradition. All the cabins are Indian names of tribes, and even Camp Wewa itself means by the living waters, because we are on so many lakes.
Well, I thought it looked sort of fun because of the pool. It looked so cool, and then they had a trampoline there, and I thought, man, they had the works, you know.
Well, I thought it's a lot more fun to me than I thought it would be, because I didn't really care too much camp when I came to it. And then when I saw it and everything, I was only supposed to stay one session, but then the parents let me stay 2 sessions, which I might stay another one if I can.
Well, when I first saw Camp Wewa, it was when I was out in the 6th grade, and I guess I was expecting something a little bit more glamorous. I didn't expect the Spanish moss and the, I don't know, all the trees and everything that we call atmosphere now, but I thought that it was rugged.
Camp Wewa is not a resort by any means. It is a typical camp. The cabins are rustic, not plush, but very adequate, and we have a beautiful brand new dining hall, which we enjoy not only for meals, but for evening programs, and sometimes when it rains, we all get together to sing.
It's just a real peaceful place.
About 4 years ago, and it was a lot of fun. It was completely different from what I thought camp would be like. I figured camp was being in a tent, you know, and cooking your own meals and everything, and then I came out here, and everything was just great. Great food and everything.
In the morning, the campers can choose 3 activities of all that are offered, plus they go to a swimming lesson. Every camper takes swimming lessons in the morning. One thing that I think is so great about camp is that it concentrates on the water activities, and I just think this is so important in Florida because of all the lakes and all the coasts. I think it's really important that every camper know how to swim.
Well, we had the free swims and junior lifesaving. That's pretty hard, I tell you that, because I'm in it right now. And you have to swim a mile every day. It gets pretty fun after a while. And after that, man, it really gives you a relief when you're diving.
As a camper advances in swimming, there are more and more opportunities here at Camp Wewa for a swimmer to participate in. We have boating and canoeing and skiing, which are real popular activities, and all of them require basic knowledge of swimming, so learning how to swim just opens up a door of lots more fun and interesting things you can do.
Well, I sort of like skiing a lot, because it's really fun. You're behind the boat, and you're just sitting down in the water. The skis are funny, and then they start the boat. It looks like looks like you're just floating on the water, just running on the top of the water. Your legs get sort of tired after that, but it's really fun.
Well, I think it's important that we do have 4 activity periods in the morning, and that a child has an experience in 4 different areas, such as swimming, canoeing, water skiing, tennis, maybe archery and riflery. I had a girl for a session that wanted to take 1 period of swimming and then 3 periods of water skiing. And after explaining to her that that was impossible, she went on and took archery and riflery and canoeing, and she did do real well in her archery and riflery, and she told me afterwards that she was glad that she took it.
And then in the afternoon, the cabins do things together. Usually there's a free swim in the afternoon, and then the whole cabin may go like to riflery for an activity, or to the trampoline or canoeing.
I think that each activity offers something for each age division. It gives the camper a chance to maybe discover some hidden talent that he has. No matter how young the camper is, I think they sense this spirit. They sense the spirit of wanting to work and putting a little bit more effort for it. Finishing a lanyard is just so important to a little 8-year-old girl because she spent maybe a week working on it. I think this personal achievement is this inner pride. Maybe it's an inner peace that they bring home from camp, knowing that they can do something and they can do it well.
Kids have a great time at camp. They learn so much. It does so much for them as far as personalities, that learn to live with a group of kids that are not just the same ones in the neighborhood or school or anything. They make great friends with these kids, and they live together, and they really become great friends, and then they go and write each other and keep correspondence, and you'd be surprised how some kids from the same town that never knew each other before, when they come back the next year, they tell you how they've been great friends throughout the year, and they never would have been able to get together, and it's just great as far as meeting people, learning to live with other people, and it's a great experience for a kid to come to camp.
We say on opening campfire, if you make 1 new friend every day, by the end of camp you should have 14 new friends. And when you think about that, that's quite a lot.
Every morning, just before breakfast, the whole camp assembles for a brief morning devotional given by a counselor. And this devotion is some poem or story with a meaning and a moral to it, or just a thought to kind of carry the campers and the counselors through the day. I don't think it is emphasized particularly because Camp Wewa is a YMCA camp, but I think when you're out in the woods, you're around all the trees and the flowers and the sky and the rain and all the lakes, it kind of brings you closer to God and kind of what the universe is about.
Last night, the awards night campfire is, to me, probably the saddest one because you've learned to like them so much and everything, and then they have to go.
It's kind of like the peak of all the excitement and fun that everybody's had at camp the past 2 weeks.
And you look around and you see the little children crying and, you know, tears in their eyes from sorrow they have to go, and it just tears you up really because, you know, they've liked it and they just cry really from having to leave, but this is what makes the job worthwhile.
As we're singing it, I know I always still get a feeling, kind of a happy feeling and yet kind of a sad feeling too, because I know that the next day I'll be leaving camp for another summer. But there's always next year to look forward to.